All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. Wonders they say shall never end, and the APC has proved that beyond reasonable doubt. When this administration came on board on May 29, 2023, there were a lot of promises made. Some of the promises, according to them, were going to materialize in 2 months. Others, they said, would, come to light within 3 to 5 months. Several months went by, and Nigerians saw nothing but hardship, torture, and pain like never before. And Shettima came out to tell Nigerians, I remember the promise each person in Tinubu cabinet made. Shettima said before 1 year in office, their administration would stabilize the economy and get at least 2 refineries working. Dangote refinery and one other one, I think he said Port Harcourt refinery. And Bayo Ononuga's promise was that by the time they are 1 year in office, Naira would have appreciated fairly against the dollar. When he said this, it was 950 Naira to a dollar. And he said that petrol would sell for at most 500 Naira per liter. Now, when we look at Bayo Ononuga's promise, by the time Tinubu was celebrating 1 year in office, Naira was 1,400 Naira to a dollar. And those who could find fuel were buying for 1,500 or 2,000 Naira per liter because there was scarcity in that very week that Tinubu turned 1 year. Bayo Ononuga, in a bid to save face, began lying that Tinubu had greatly achieved in other areas. But 2 weeks ago, he finally admitted that things weren't going well, and he asked Nigerians to be patient for another 12 months. Can you imagine? But the case of Shettima is different. After failing to make any positive impression on the economy as he promised, as a matter of fact, after collapsing the economy in their 1 year, Shettima came out few hours ago to make one of the most outrageous statements so far. Before I show you what he said and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. As this administration continues their effort to force GMOs on Nigerians, we will continue to spread our campaign against it. Please watch this video.
We are on the side that is protecting the interests of Nigerians, and that is the anti-GMOs, and that is for a number of reasons, a whole lot of reasons. And the major one is as it affects the rights of local farmers who currently produce the food that we consume, right? So the promoters of GMOs themselves have confirmed that with GMCs, productivity would reduce after the first planting season. And so we would have farmers going to corporations, depending on corporations, every planting season to get these seeds. That is taking away the rights of farmers, the sovereignty of farmers, the control of the seeds from the hands of the farmers who currently produce more than 80% of the food we consume in Nigeria as a country. That is one of the major challenges, the fact that we're giving over the control of our food system to corporations and not the farmers as it has been. There are also health implications that have been proven by the same science we are talking about, long-term toxicity tests that have been conducted that have shown liver problems, birth defects, immune disorders that are connected to the consumption of GMOs. And the one question that we really ask the promoters of GMOs, the government agencies that are pushing for their release in Nigeria, is that they show us the risk assessment document. Where is the proof that they have conducted enough risk assessment or any risk assessment at all that shows that would put the minds of Nigerians to rest that GMOs are safe for consumption for the Nigerian people? Those are nowhere to be found.
You heard that? This is so heartbreaking. No risk assessment conducted. All they think, all they thought about is what they personally stand to gain. They are ready to exchange the whole country for monetary gains. They just collected the GMOs and they are planning to dump them on Nigerians. We have our good soils and good weather to grow our food organically. Take these things to places that are naturally lacking in factors that enhance agriculture. Do your job, for God's sake, secure the country. Let us, grow our own food. This is why many believe that insecurity in Nigeria is sponsored by those who want to push GMOs upon this country. Everything points in that direction. Our health system is next to zero. Life expectancy in Nigeria is as low as 52 years. We cannot deal with the potential health risk that come with going inorganic. This evil must be resisted by all means. I don't care what anyone thinks about GMOs. The fact remains that a country that has the potential to feed itself comfortably and still export organic food products does not need GMOs. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at that speech by Shettima where he made that outrageous statement after setting the Nigerian economy back by almost 15 years in just 12 months in power. Listen to what Shettima is promising Nigerians. FG moves to transform Nigeria into $1 trillion economy by 2030, unveils financial model. The federal government has unveiled a new financial inclusion policy aimed at transforming Nigeria into a $1 trillion economy by 2030. According to the presidency, the project is designed to combat poverty and catalyze sustainable economic growth from the ground up. Kashim Shettima, who unveiled the policy on Wednesday, said the initiative symbolizes the commitment of Bola Tinubu administration to enhancing financial and economic inclusion across Nigeria. The federal government had on April 25, 2024, unveiled the ASO Accord on Economic and Financial Inclusion, a multi-pronged blueprint designed to achieve universal access to financial services. The accord represents a core pillar of the administration's renewed hope agenda to transform the nation into a $1 trillion economy by 2030, while combating poverty and insecurity through broad-based prosperity. You heard that. You have been in power for over 12 months. The whole country is upside down and you are talking about 2030. Wait a second, you have worsened every single aspect of the Nigerian economy. Don't you know that? You met a dollar at 750 naira. It is now $1 to 1,500 naira. You met petrol at 195 naira per liter. It is now over 700 naira per liter. A bag of rice was 35,000 naira when you came in. It is over 70,000 naira now. The people are weeping and gnashing their teeth. You have not been able to provide a single solution, and you are talking about a model for 2030. Only a fool will take you seriously. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Papi says, shifting the goalpost as usual. You, your party, and your principal have nothing good to offer. Only lamba and propaganda. That is it. Only lies and propaganda. We are telling you to perform, solve the problems of the people now. Say something reasonable. You are talking about 2030. This is madness. And Oba Olami here says, with this Lai economic plan, Omo, some Olori Buruku graduates go still believe this nonsense. That is it. We have some people that think through other parts of their bodies, not with their heads, not with their brains. Because if you think with your brain, you can never believe this nonsense. And this tweet by Ojadili says, small move, we una move on Independence Day. Una don dobale. Now, na $1 trillion economic move. Una won't make. Ojadili is talking about Tinubu's fall there. You will move small where you fall. You are now making a move for $1 trillion economy. And in all this, they don't ever talk about production. Pathetic. And this tweet by Olawale Abiola says, I don't like being toyed with. What's all this? 2031 trillion economy. Please solve today own now and stop posting Nigerians. It is not going to be by taxes and levies on businesses of common citizens. In fact, let's call a spade a spade. It is stealing by the government plan. And this tweet by Olalekan Abimbola says, false hope. If you like, believe them. Where is Vision 2020? Oh, I remember those days. Vision 2020. How Nigeria is going to be in 2020. 2020 came and we're on lockdown. This tweet by Gani Bab says, by taxing the poor Nigerians in the country, and you people will spend it for your personal use. Those billions for so and so. Ole. That is it. Ole. Anyone? And this tweet by Mayor of Rafia says, the last time Cardoso promised us a 1 trillion economy, our GDP got wiped off by over 30%. Oh, that means we should expect something terrible now that Shettima has promised. And this tweet by Aderemi says, judging from where you started, 2015 till now, 2024, you people have drowned the economy. That is it. They have no right to be talking about improving the economy or making any model. People that have all they have done is to destroy the economy. And this tweet by Oluwase, he says, federal government always lying about future plan and they couldn't solve present economic problem. On a scam, Vision 2030. Anyway, it is what it is. This is the APC. I don't expect anything different. By propaganda, they came into office in 2015 and it has been propaganda ever since. They have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that is exactly what they are doing. Nigerians must kick sentiment into the gutters. Nigerians must bury sentiment and stand up to these guys. It is not going to get any better. It will in fact get worse with the APC. Those who are in the middle class now are going to drop down into poverty in a few months. And those that are poor now are going to drop down into the abyss. If Nigerians are ready to take their country back, they know what to do. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go.